ex-military man, Herschel, is driving along the motorway when he stops to help a girl whose car has broken down. She takes him back to her place, which seems to be full of people smoking pot, though Herschel himself refuses to smoke any. What follows seems to be a long time where not very much actually happens. They sit around talking. Herschel and a girl sit by the pool. And is this shaky film some kind of artistic decision, or is it just amateur photography? Every so often the movie director appears, to start telling us the obvious. This soon begins to feel like you're at school watching a video in the classroom, with the teacher stopping it every so often in order to ask the class questions or comment on it. There is some kind of science laboratory nearby, and they let Herschel eat one of their turkeys. Not long after, one of the scientists finds Herschel collapsed in a field, and then something goes very wrong with him, because before anyone is very much older, there's a man in a turkey mask running amok.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Herschel's girl rejects him. Well, perhaps he doesn't want to spend the rest of her life trying not to mention Thanksgiving. And then he goes on a rampage, hanging people upside down and drinking their blood. 'Cause that's what turkeys do, apparently. There is a scene which I can't honestly say I can make sense of. Herschel apparently has his head cut off by a man with a big knife, and then it's displayed in what I can only assume is a restaurant. But then he's found lying there, back to his old self. It seems some kind of scientific experiment was done on him. Not quite sure what the scientific experiment involved, or what the point of it actually was. Then again, it might be all hush-hush, and not for public consumption. It's possible they explained it at some point in the film, but unfortunately the sound is quite often so bad it's impossible to work out what anyone's saying. The movie ends with the director, who I can't help thinking is trying to look like Charles Bronson, telling us he hopes this movie has served as a sound warning. Well, it certainly warned me, alright. I won't be watching any more of his movies. He then erupts into a fit of coughing, and due to the quality of this movie so far, I've no idea whether this was actually intended or not. Herschel toddles off into the sunset with his girl, and I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson from that. Stay away from those drugs, kiddies, or you too will end up with a man in a turkey mask drinking your blood.
I want you going to the headmaster.
4 inches on the hand of heavenly